What's up, y'all? This is JT. I've got the Ridgid air inflator, and it's manual or automatic. All you gotta do to set the auto is basically just turn this, and I can't even see it. So turn this to I usually keep mine about 33. So the real test right now is core in. We're gonna see, and you can see that the core is still in there. Core still in there. We're gonna see if this can pop a bead at all. Because you can see the bead is off. I just installed this tire by hand with that bar and this bar, and helped with my girlfriend. Sorry. And we're gonna see if it can do it. Hopefully it stayed on. I hear a major leak. Major leak coming from right around here. Oh shit. And this, folks, is why you do not install your own tires. Awesome. But it still popped the bead. Let's see if it can get it up to a pressure. Yep, that was it in real time. We got major bead leaks. But as you can see, the major one actually slowed down and stopped. So once it hits a certain pressure, like around 20 or below, maybe 15-ish, then it just lets go. And I've had this problem on this wheel before, but that was just a test, and that was with the core in, and it still took, I mean, the whole video is still under 5 minutes. So that thing about, filling up a truck tire, and you can see that it's going down fairly quickly, so it must have some leaks on the back. Let's check it real quick. But still, it got it up to its pressure. in like less than 3 minutes. But putting it on manually like this with not the right glycerin type of lubricant, you end up damaging the tire itself. And we got some little bubbles here. Yeah, there's a little leak right here. This camera does not like to focus. So it's not too bad on the back. The tire had previous damage from when I got new wheels and tires. Or actually, yeah. This tire, I pulled it off this car at Walmart, and I think they damaged it. It had a chunk out in that, probably in that one spot. So that wasn't necessarily my fault, but I did tear up the back side of the bead, which if you can't get it to flip back down when you go to seat the bead, what it'll do is just stay and block it and let the air by, which could be what's happening. Got a small leak around this area and around this area. A little bit right there. So now let's see how much it dropped. And this little quick connect is the best thing ever. So if you just want to check your pressure, still at 29. So if we put it, it should still be set to 33. I don't think it resets. No, see, it's still set. It was still set at 33. Let's put it back up to there. And then what you can do to test the pressure is pull it off and put it back on. And so now it's actually at 34. So that's crazy. They say it'll, oh yeah, it's dropping relatively quickly. So maybe it's got a hole in it somewhere. Might just have to go mix up some more soapy water and check it, but I still have one more to do over there. And the rim is in the garage, and it needs to be cleaned because these beads, this happens on all aluminum rims if you don't know, and it just gets this buildup of, I guess, rubber mixed with a little bit of the road salt, kind of corrodes the aluminum. Is what you do. And what I figured out, and they didn't know at the tire shop, because I use one of these, and if it's a soft enough one, this one's really soft, and plus it's worn. So if it's already worn, it's really soft and it's not going to gouge into your metal. If you use like a newer one, this is a Harbor Freight one, it's really sharp, I can feel it. It'll gouge into the aluminum, so you don't want to do that. But you just take the grinder, take the grinder, hit it this way, and then turn it this way and hit it that way all the way around. Takes that stuff right off. It's amazing. Alright, let's see what we've fallen to in that small amount of time. So pull it off, turn it on. And this display is really good because you can actually see it, like, no matter how bright the sun is. It's not picking up well, and I still have the screen protector on. So that's why it's a little hard to see from the camera. We're still at 33. And I've checked this against my, I think it's a Husky brand tire. See, you can see it better in the sun, actually. That's weird. But I checked it against my Husky, just normal tire gauge, and it's pretty accurate, which is a lot of the reviews for this tool say that it's not accurate, and I find it to be within like 1 or 2 psi. And that's what it actually claims on the box. I think it claims 1 to 4 psi, but it actually is usually within 1 to 2. And let me go find it and I'll show you. Alright, real quick, we're going to put this one back on. It's been about a minute. And we'll check and see what it's at. Still at 33. And each time you pull this off, you do let off a tiny little bit, so always be mindful of that. And it says under 35. Dang, this won't focus. So it's under 35, or pretty much right at 35, so that would make it, yep, this one says right at 35, so that would make it two off. That is not bad. So I regularly put these tires and the truck tires at 33 on this, so they're at pretty much the optimum pressure, which is 35. We used to do 32 at the tire shops, but sometimes 32 will set off certain wheel sensors, but I don't have wheel sensors, so don't worry about that. But right here is where it was leaking really bad. We might as well check that while I'm still recording. And it seems to have slowed down the leak. I think this is the rim where I had to actually pop it off once. Or no, this isn't one, but I've had to pop off a different one around this area because I had like a bend or a chunk out of the rim and put a little bit of sealant on it, and it held for a while, but I didn't have any black sealant, which is the right type. I tried to use a high temp red and it did not work. Don't try that. You got to use the black special sealant. It's called a bead sealant. Or sometimes you can use the gasket maker black sealant because it stays really rubbery, and you got to clean it really well, both sides, the rim and the tire, and it's just a pain in the butt. But look, it definitely needs it. But as for the tool, this was not fully charged, but it was close. And it took it down one battery, or one bar. And if I let this sit for probably about an hour, it probably will come back, which is crazy. I don't know how it does that. But that's it on this kind of demonstration on this tool. It's actually an amazing tool. And I got this and the USB charger. You use the USB charger every single day, and it's just amazing. The only thing that I wish it had was 2 ports on it, but hey, they'll probably come out with that one next year, 5 months down the road, and I'll be like, damn it. But anyways, this tool is great. It's not good for filling up like little kiddie pools because it just doesn't have the CFM. But it will do it. It just would take forever, and this thing would probably overheat, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to run this for more than like 5 to 8 minutes. I mean, 8 minutes is pushing it, but 5 is right around the recommended. I think it even says it right here on this tag. Alright. Hot surface. This hose does get hot. Allow to cool for 5 minutes after each 5 minutes of continuous use. Right on. So it didn't even take 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes to fill that from completely flat off the bead with the core. But I took the core out, which I can't find my core tool because I moved and I don't know where anything is, but if it will air up without the core, it'll take half that time. So I'll have to do on the next one, I'll have to try that and see what happens there. So thank you for watching, and if you're into Ridgid tools and you got Ridgid tools, pick one of these up, throw it in your car, because who knows, maybe you could help somebody else out on the road, or yourself. I'll see if the battery bar came back really quick. Nope. Alright. Anyways, thanks for watching.